My ex-mother-in-law threatened to take me to court for grandparents' rights because I didn't have her in the delivery room with me when I gave birth to my son. But here's the thing. It was an emergency C-section. Absolutely nobody was there with me. I was completely alone. I went to my OB that afternoon because I had a very icky feeling in my heart and my spirit that something wasn't right. And thank God I did, because my son wouldn't be here if I did not. It was so bad that I was in a wheelchair as my OB was running me to the OR across the hospital, and he was having me strip on the way there. I was butt-ass naked by the time we made it to the OR. When I woke up from anesthesia, I was being bombarded by text message and calls from his mom because I didn't call her and let her know that I was delivering my son. It was a very traumatic experience. I only had time to call my husband, who worked right up the road. I told him what was going on. I said, please call my mom. He called my mom. Thankfully, my parents were there to be with me as I kind of came down off of the general anesthesia, because again, it was a very traumatic experience. His mom and her husband and his little brother came to visit me at the hospital. I think it was that night or very, very early the next morning. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced a C-section or having general anesthesia, but there's a huge crash that comes after. And it was on the verge of this crash, of the anesthesia wearing off, of the hormones kicking in. And his stepdad held my son by the trunk of his body and balanced him on his knees and then moved his hands lower because he was trying to get a better grasp of him. And my son's doing this, and I started panicking. They had to come into the room. And you know, in those movies where they stab them with a needle and they inject them with stuff to make them fall asleep, they had to do that to me because my panic attack was so bad. I popped stitches in my C-section incision. Anyways, fast forward, as time went on, she was demanding that my son call her mommy. She wanted overnights with him. She wanted to take him on adventures. The thing is, she had a substance abuse problem, and I was not comfortable with my son being left alone with her. Fast forward to me being pregnant with my second child, my little girl. She, again, was being very needy, very pushy. This is what I want. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a baby shower. She had a baby shower for herself. It was weird. Anyways, when I was pregnant with my second is when I went no contact with him and his family, and that was almost 15 years ago. And aside from a little bit of contact here and there of her reaching out, trying to bridge a relationship, I have not spoken to her. She saw my kids once or twice via him after we split up, but I have not had any contact with her, nor will I ever. It is okay to set boundaries. It is okay to say no. If you guys want more stories about this crazy person, let me know, because your girl's full of them.